Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be working on my cheap BMW 130i today, and we're going to hopefully be fixing a very common problem that these cars have, and it's to do with the rear wiper. So a couple of videos ago I did actually fix the washer pump itself, which is located behind this wing. If you saw the video, you'll know that I replaced this wing because it was rusty. While I'd done that, I cleaned out the washer bottle and replaced one of the pumps, and all three pumps, one for the front windscreen, one for the rear windscreen, and the other for the washer jets for the headlights, they all now work. The problem, however, is with the wiper itself. Now I believe the motor is seized, and chances are we're going to have to replace the motor mechanism itself, but I'm going to try and strip things down today, see exactly what the issue is and see if we can fix it for free essentially. Now before we get into things, do me a massive favour, give this video a like, it really does help me out and it shows your appreciation. Now then, let's get the boot open just so we can see exactly what we're working with right here and what is going to be required to strip down. So we're obviously going to have to remove this trim panel right here, and then we should be able to access the motor itself. Right, let's get cracking then. First of all, let me just show you exactly what happens when you do try to activate the rear wiper. You can see the washer jet works, but the wiper itself is just doing nothing. So I wonder if it's something electrically that's failed, or like I said, it's just seized. You know, there's some rust got in there or something, but like I said, we need to get things stripped down really so we can see what's going on. You know, one thing that I found myself doing lately, that's reading magazines. Now when it comes to magazines in the traditional sense, the thing that I really don't like is the waste aspect. Typically after you've read a magazine, you're probably gonna just end up throwing it away in the bin. That's not how it works with Readly though. Now Readly gives you access to pretty much any magazine that you could imagine at your fingertips, either on your smartphone or on your tablet. Now when I say they have pretty much any magazine, they literally have thousands, whether you're into cars, beauty, finance, fitness, whatever it may be, there's probably going to be a magazine for you. Now, as many of you probably know by now, I'm a massive car fan and I am a massive BMW fan. That's why I've been checking out some of the Total BMW magazines. Now these are a perfect read if you're on your morning commute or if you need some inspiration on your latest project car. Now as I've gotten older, I've definitely started to take my finances a lot more seriously, and that's why I've been delving into some magazines in the finance sector as well. Now the great thing about Readly is it's very easy to use. The fact that you have thousands of magazines at your fingertips, it really is a game changer. Now Readly is giving you lucky people the chance to get 2 months subscription for free, which you can cancel at any time. All you need to do is click that link down in the description box below to get started, so don't miss out. First of all then, let's just pop the parcel shelf off, and then I'm going to get these 2 screws removed. And then I'm guessing this trim panel should just pop off. There we are. There's 2 clips, one there, holding the side trim pieces in place. And then this main panel looks like it's held in by 2 torque screws, and then just these push rivets here. Torque screws are T25. Now will this trim panel just pull down? Yeah, there we are. Just need to disconnect this emergency release. Wonder how long that guy's been in there. So obviously this is the rear wiper motor itself. Already I can see there is some rust around here. So this is where the water goes in for the, you know, for the rear washer jet. You can already see there is some rust around here, and it is on the inside of this trim panel as well. I would hazard a guess and say water getting somewhere it shouldn't be is the reason that this wiper motor is no longer working. Now at this point you would normally just remove the wiper mechanism itself. It is held in by just, I think, 1, 2, 3 bolts, but then you obviously have to remove the wiper arm. Now I might end up having to do that anyway, like I said, but I think what I'm going to do is actually just remove these small Torx screws and then take this cover off and see if I can see anything in particular. Like I said, I'm half expecting to see like a seized gear or something like that anyway. But yeah, I think I'll get these off. They're very, very small. They're probably like a T10. Yeah, T10 screw. So get all these removed and see if we can see anything obvious. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that's not supposed to look like that. This all just needs dismantling, doesn't it, really? Because all this is just seized solid. There's just no lubrication there at all. Yeah, it did have grease in there, but it's all just basically gone. To strip all this down properly, then I am going to have to remove the wiper motor itself, because obviously it's attached to the wiper arm. If we have a look on the wiper arm itself, it should just be one nut holding the wiper in place, but even that looks very seized. This washer jet, I'm guessing this should just pull out. Yeah. Yeah, the washer jet itself, that just pulls out. I'm just going to get an impact wrench on this to try and crack that loose. So it takes a 13mm socket. There should be a washer on here as well. Yeah. Now how easy is this wiper arm going to be to remove from the mechanism now? Oh, apparently not too bad. That's the wiper arm removed. Now I think that should just pull through now. So yeah, let's remove those 3 10mm bolts. And this should just pull through, he says. Yeah. That's the wiper motor mechanism fully removed. So to start with then, first and foremost, let's just give all this a good clean up so we can see exactly what we're working with. That's slightly better, just give it a good spray with some brake cleaner. Now, will this just tap through? Not sure. Okay, so yes, this whole thing should just go through. Basically I've just levered on that section there. There we are. And yeah, all this is one complete bit. I'll try and give it all a good clean up. So I'm going to try and give it a good clean up on the wire wheel on my bench grinder, but I need to obviously get this plastic or nylon piece off first because it'll just chew straight through that. There is a small bush here which I need to try and get out of the way, and it should allow this piece of plastic to come off then. Yeah, I think it's coming. There we are. This piece of plastic or nylon should come off now. And we can just work on getting all this cleaned up then. Now then, this arm here is obviously supposed to move, but it's obviously rusted solid, so I'm just going to put it in the vise and just essentially just squeeze it together. Just to basically force it to move. As you can see, we've pretty much got it all the way over now. Just going to clean all that up, and then yeah, just keep working this back and forth. Make sure we have a nice smooth movement. So I've gave it all a good clean out now, and this actually moves very freely now. It's no longer seized. So this part of the mechanism should work as it's supposed to work now. That's, like I said, completely free. Now we need to not just assume that the motor part is fine, we need to obviously make sure that this worm gear is turning as it should. So I'm just going to remove those two Phillips screws. Okay, so I actually ended up removing this plastic gear right here. Very stuck on it was, but it is just pushed on. So basically just wedged a screwdriver in and kind of tried to pry it all the way around, and eventually got it removed. Now I gave all these contacts a good clean up, and I just wanted to test that the motor itself works, which if we just get a 12 volt supply directly onto the connector. Now I appreciate you're not going to be able to see the pins down in here, but basically it goes 1, 2 and 3. 3, that's your negative, and then 1, that's your positive. So if we just supply 12 volts to these, should be able to see that motor turning over. Which, yeah, so the motor, that's all good. I did take this cover off because it all rusted inside of here, so that's all had a good clean up. That can go back on, 2 screws can be reinstalled, and yeah, basically it's just going to be a whole rebuild process. So of course this plastic gear can go back on, obviously give it a good clean up, grease everything liberally, put everything back together, and then this can go back on the car, and I'm fairly confident it should then work. There we are then, that's that plastic gear back in, that's this mechanism back in as well, everything thoroughly greased. I'm just going to test it one last time. There we go, you can clearly see that the motor's working, everything's working as it should. So now we can get this cover reinstalled, and then we can get the entire assembly back on the car. Okay then, so have the mechanism all in place, have all the 3 bolts in place. I just thought I would test it out, and it just kind of seemed to work now. However, it's leaking. Water is leaking inside of here, and it's just pouring out of here. So I think the seal has probably gone on this. I could try and repair it, but to be honest, I've been trying to repair this whole thing now for about 3 or 4 hours, and I think I'm just going to replace it. I think we're just going to try and get a new aftermarket part, and you know, it will be, you know, better off then really. Chances are it's leaking, that's why there's rust in there, and that's why ultimately it's seized up and failed. So yeah, been a bit of a failure, this one. It was worth trying, I guess, for the satisfaction of you guys watching maybe, but it's one of them, you don't really know what you get into before you start the job. And I guess now you guys will know that if you have, you know, an issue with your wiper motor, probably best not repairing it if you can find a replacement cheap enough. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'm going to wrap this video up here anyway. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to do any more with that. Like I said, in a separate video. I may not even do it in a video, I may just do it off camera, just swap that out. It's a fairly simple job to do. But yeah, if you have this issue yourself, don't do what I've done and try to repair it. Just swap out the wiper motor. You'll be much better off. It'll be a lot easier, and it'll save you all the hassle of trying to, you know, strip it all down, clean it, and try to fix what is broken. Lesson learned. On to the next one, I guess. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this video anyway. Give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one.